Hey you all, thank you again for tuning in to Urban Outlook. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. I would like to bring discussion in for gender roles and labeling and LGBTQ schools. And shout out to Studology. I just seen you all's vlog, and I'm definitely for it, with the perception of a stud. So going directly into my gender roles, LGBTQ, I think the gender roles are really a non-factor for me. I think that lesbians are now starting to really feel like either you need to be labeled or you have to have this role, and then in each role there's a certain criteria that needs to be met. So shout out to you, no labels. Labels, be comfortable being no label, revolutionize that. And that's what I'm bringing to you as an urban vlogger, that I want to revolutionize, a lot of uplifting and empowerment, but definitely like judge free. Just what are we judging each other for? You know what I mean? And then being inside the LGBTQ umbrella, that already has judgment from the outsiders, you know what I mean? So to feel like inside this LGBTQ community, we have to have roles and we have to have labels for what? Either you're an aggressive woman or you're a soft woman or you're a dominant woman or you're a semi, borderline of, or maybe only on your cycle that time of the month are you soft. Maybe you're just naturally dominant. Who knows? Who cares? It should not be, for each role there's a criteria. It shouldn't be because you're a femme. You should either be a lipstick femme, a lipstick lesbian, or a feminine woman, or, feminine woman, you can't wear boxers and wife beaters and sweatpants around your dominant woman, and it shouldn't be the criteria or expectation of a dominant woman, such as a stud, to take on, to be in a criteria of you have to penetrate, you have to uphold this, you have to be, hardcore about that, you have to pay the bills, it shouldn't be like that, because now you're adopting another mind's personality instead of just being a woman. Whatever happened to just being a woman? If you're a dominant woman by appearance, especially, so what? I don't feel like women, should be required to, wear skirts and suit and pinstripe suits all day. You know what I mean? That's just me. For gays, I think they put gays as for men. You have gay men, you have lesbian women. They don't say you have feminine women, stud women. It's LGBTQ. You're either lesbian, you're either bisexual, you're male to female, or you're female to male. And then queer, you all know from my last blog last Friday, queer is not even a factor to me. But if you label yourself as that, then that's so be it. According to the dictionary, I just obsolete for me. Anyways, so yeah, bisexual, we're in the land of the free, you have the right to be whatever you want. Just be safe, be, courteous. But I don't think that there should be expectations of the same sex relationships. I think that's a hindrance. I think when you have an expectation, you see me, I'm a femme, but I don't have expectations on another femme, and I don't have expectations on a dominant woman. I feel like, example, touch me not studs. Are you a touch me not stud because this is your label? Or are you a touch me not woman because you just, as a woman, you just don't want to be touched? Or do you feel like you have, you know what I mean? Comment, let me know, because I've come across my fair share of, dominant women that's like, no, don't touch me, don't touch my boobs, don't touch this, that, is it by role? Is it because of your role, your title? Again, it's almost like we're forcing each other into these criterias that really don't need to be there. It shouldn't matter really who wears the jeans and who versus who wears the panties. It shouldn't matter if you use a pad or a tampon. It should not matter. At the end of the day, you as a lesbian woman love women. That's what you love. That's where your heart's at. That's who you decide to be with. It shouldn't be because you wear the jeans you can strap up and I can't. For me, it shouldn't be like that. That's why, I prefer the whole no label. Don't put a restriction on me. Don't put an expectation on me. Don't put a requirement on me. Transgender. Now, this is a little different for me because I feel like if you're a man and you're transitioning into a female, fine. If you do not feel that the body you were born in fits you, fine. I'm not disagreeing with it. My thing with transgender, the other day, I seen a guy, transgender, had on his shoes, the tight skinny, everybody's wearing skinny jeans now, but, the tight skinny jeans, little pink belt, the weave, a hat. You still had your mustache and a goatee. So my thing for transgender is kind of like, you're male to female or you're female to male. Why the in between? And I think I want to elaborate on it a little more because I think it's important that now I call them baby lesbians. They're coming in, they're coming up, they're idling, us or older people, and this is the image that's projected to be okay. And once you see something repetitiously, it becomes habit. And so now people think, okay, I can be a man knowing I'm in transition to a woman, but it's okay for me to wear stilettos and wear my goatee at the same time. What message are you sending? All I'm saying is let's bring unity and empowerment. I just want you to see how this image is being portrayed and how, we're allowing ignorance upon us just by being in between. So just if you feel that way, if you feel as a woman, you want to transition into a man, so be it. Do it. That's fine. You understand what I'm saying? But the in-between message is just not, and I think for guys it's a little more different because you all do have the facial hair, of course. Naturally, some women look like their dads. They have more dominant features. And they don't have these problems. They don't have, this bodacious body. So they look a little more transitionable into a man a little bit easier than a woman. So I think that if you are trans and you're in the process, do it fully and be who you are. There's trans men that, have the whole women exterior to the T. They got the hair, they got their lips, they got the makeup, they got all the shenanigans. I don't know the name. I don't even know if really Mac or something, but they have all the makeup, all the everything of a woman, and waist below, they're still not female, so that'll be my next week's topic. Next week I will be talking about government facts, benefits, pregnancy and adoption. Again, for the whole month of March, every Friday, I will be vlogging regarding LGBTQ community. So anyways, I just feel like let's not bring more hindrance upon us. For already loving who we love, we're already hindered, to the ops. But to be in between like that, if I'm going to send a message, I want to send a powerful message. So you have the opportunity in this day and age, or the privilege in this day and age to convert, to be who you really feel. Then be that. Do it and execute it. Studs, don't feel like you're a stud. I think in studology, you all mentioned something that really brings a theory to truth. That's new studs or new baby lesbians bring the fact of why men think that you all are trying to mimic them, because now you have studs that's taking this whole stud role way left field for no reason. Well, I'll be driving and sitting in traffic and I'll see a group of lesbians and I watch them, pull down their pants just a little bit, make sure they set. Why? Just, you know what I mean? If you're comfortable being a dominant woman and you're comfortable in your appearance, and you're comfortable with your clothes being loose, that's fine. But to make sure of or to adopt this personality, I gotta penetrate you. You can't touch me. I'm supposed to do the bills and do. It should not. You're taking the woman out of the womanhood. I don't know about you all. I love women. I want to know I'm with a woman. Period. Point blank simple. But to each his own. LGBTQ schools. I know we have one upstate, as I am upstate, in New York. I'm in Boston, but I know there's one up here in New York. I'm not sure the name of it, and I don't know any of really information besides it's the first LGBTQ school for kids. Now, Atlanta, that's going to be opening up the LGBT Pride School in September. My discussion with that is, how are you starting a school with kindergartners, okay, to the 12th grade? How are you identifying your 3, 4, 5-year-old child that they fit either lesbian, either they're gay, they're bisexual, or they're transgender? I don't know how one can really get your mind and wrapped around that. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're judging your child to say, oh, you lean more towards this, so maybe you'll be putting in school. What if they change their mind? What if they're like, you know what, Mom? You know what, Dad? This is not for me. Then what? You get what I'm saying? And then when you get transitioned to another school, it's like, well, why did you come from your other school, John, or, Kimberly? Or because I don't like that. I'm not gay, or, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I understand, everybody should have their rights. I get that. I'm not opposing to that. But when you take a kindergartner and you're placing them in this environment with a variety of people, you're forcing an image upon them, and then you're subjecting them to see so much more when their focus should still be coloring, learning their names, maybe some cursive, yada yada yada. So this is why, again, with transgender, it's just important to get the message across that, hey, I'm a woman, but you know what? I was born in a woman's body, but I don't feel this way. So I took the initiative and I went for the change, but not in between. You get what I'm saying? Because in between, you're allowing all the hatred and the negativity and the judgment, upon you. And at this day and age, we live today, don't know if we're going to die tomorrow. So it's really not worth it.